Okay, now we're getting his Nexus now at the 11 o'clock position, and he's going to have 4 bases as Savior's 4 bases. I feel like Savior was a little too defensive in the early parts of this game. He's allowed Nara now to expand twice, and now Nara's going to have an economic advantage against Savior if Savior doesn't take out one of these expansions. And now Savior going for an attack on this peak at the left side here. Perhaps he knows that this 11 o'clock's going up, and he wants to make sure it doesn't. And now speed upgrade Overlords for Savior. Savior might actually get drop capability, and that could be quite useful, because Nara is very spread out here. A surgical drop on his main could be quite devastating. Nara now with a couple Archons, really just rounding out his tech tree, and Savior, yeah, with just large force of Zerglings now. Once Savior gets his hive up, those Zerglings, of course, will be much more powerful with the Adrenal Gland upgrade. Perhaps that's what he's waiting for before he does an attack. There's an Archon there, and it's going to pick up a lot of those Zerglings as they're moving in. Looks like Savior's going for an attack there at the peak at the left side here, upper left side, and looks like he gets a couple Lurkers, but they're burrowed, but they're getting killed off by that force there. And Savior now trying to get a flank on Nara's forces. That would be quite useful. Savior going in for an attack here, but Nara's positioned his forces really well on the top of that hill. The hill was helping him greatly there in terms of fighting off wave upon wave of Zerg attackers. And those Archons, of course, if you don't take them down immediately, they do get their shields back, and they're just quite strong against any kind of Zerg unit, really. And yeah, now Nara's just cleaned up that force there. Savior is putting up another expansion at the bottom, sort of like the 930 position across from Nara's base, and Nara now with a lot of High Templar. High Templar, of course, are highly effective against this combined force here. You really need to move up to Ultralisks and Dark Swarm to really fight this combined Protoss force, and looks like Saber might be doing that just now. He certainly has enough bases for Ultralisks if he decides to go for it. And Nara now setting up another expansion at the 930 position. Actually, Saber was creating expansion at the 330 position, not the 930. Saber is going to see this, and he's going to try to take down this Nexus. And it looks like he's going to get stopped though by this incoming reinforcements. Nara really only has one force though. Savior just can somehow split that force off on the left side and attack on the right side. Savior might have a lot of success there. I'm not sure about the upgrades. I should check them the next time they click on these units to see what the upgrade count is like. Savior just has a little bit of contain there on the right side. And Savior does have his 330 expansion up. Savior with a lot of Zerglings in the middle there at his rally point, but Nara also with a lot of Archons, which are perfect against Zerglings. They really just eat Zerglings alive. And Savior, I think Savior should get some Defilers before, well, I don't know if he's going to get them before his next attack, but Defilers would help this Lurker Ling Force a lot against Dragoons and against, even against Archons. I think they can only deal splash damage. In any case, now with the Defiler amount going up, Savior will get some Defilers soon. And Savior building 2 more hatcheries near his natural expansion, so really getting his, I think he's just go straight for a lot of Zerglings. That's what those hatcheries indicate to me. And yeah, just a huge swarm of Zerglings on top of that cliff there, just an amazing, prodigious amount of them. And if Nara tries to attack, I don't think it's going to succeed up that hill. It's really up to Savior though to attack here, and Savior trying to go in for an attack, but those Archons are just positioned so well to catch the incoming Zerglings. And now Savior is mining from that 330 position. Nara, let's see if he's going for any other attack. It wouldn't really make that much sense. Looks like he does have a robotic support base, so I think you're getting Reavers, and Reavers also are quite effective against mass Zerglings, as are Archons. And actually, he's going for a lot of Reavers. He's getting 2 more robotics facilities, so 3 in total. He's going to pump out Reavers quite soon, and he's morphing a lot of Archons. So now Nara going for just high-tech forces here. Savior getting a greater Spire, actually. So think about going Guardians also. Wow, this is going to turn out to be an epic endgame fight here. Both players have respective halves of the maps, and both are just at a stalemate in the middle here. And it looks like all the upgrades are going up for Nara also. I was expecting both to eventually hit 3-3, and then at that point there won't be an advantage to the comparative upgrades. It will be at similar positions. It looks like Savior is oh jeez, this quality is so bad, I really can't tell what he is at. Sorry guys, I couldn't find anything better than the Flash video. I don't think it exists. I've looked at Chinese sites, Korean sites, and just it's so hard to find these games 2.5 years later, 2 years later, in higher quality than the Flash video. In any case, Saber going for an attack there at the expansion. It's going to get taken down though. Nara losing a couple of High Templar in transit. Looks like Saber does spot all those robotics facilities going up, and he's going to know these Reavers are coming. I guess Saber should probably get some Scourge and try to catch those shuttles as they're shipping those Reavers around. Savior actually finding some tech buildings that are unprotected. Savior getting into Naro's main now with Zerglings, and this might be a good this might be an effective attack to take out some tech buildings. Savior actually takes down a starport. It looks like he might get a gateway or two. But Naro now dropping Reavers. Oh, Savior actually went for a crackling drop there. Savior picks off, I think, one Reaver. I'm not sure if he did. It looks like it was a crackling drop with 2 Overlords, just trying to do some damage. And now Savior with Dark Swarm might be able to get up this ramp here. Dark Swarm is really what he needed to get up against those photon cannons. And now Savior going in for an attack here, but he doesn't have a swarm yet over those cannons, so he can't really hurt those cannons too much. The swarm going up a little late there. Savior just desperately trying to take down a forge there with his cracklings. But he did manage to take down a gateway and I think a Stargate and some pylons. So Savior doing a little bit of damage there. Savior really, I wish he had some forces underneath that Dark Swarm there. He would be able to take down those cannons quite effectively. And looks like both of them just are at a stalemate here. I think every single expansion is taken now by this point. So mineral mining out might become an issue here. And now Savior is showing his hand here, showing that he does have Guardians. And now he's going to try to take down this expansion at the right side at the 3 o'clock position. Naro doesn't have any air units. He's lost his Stargate, so he's going to have to rely on Storm, I think, to deal with them. Really nothing to deal with this air units. And now Savior bringing in Zerglings. He's going to take out this base, I feel. There's really nothing there to deal with anti-air, even if these Zerglings go down. And looks like these Zerglings might not even go down there. The Reaver's going down there, and yeah, everything going down there. So Naro's going to lose this 3 o'clock expansion, so Savior taking the lead now, and Naro dropping some High Templar there to storm the Guardians. They will be able to kill them with 1 storm, but with 2 they will. And I don't think it's going to be able to rescue the rest of this base, though. He might be able to kill some Guardians, but Naro with a large force of Archons. Savior has a Devourer even to just protect against Corsairs, but there are no Corsairs yet. Savior with still a large force of Zerglings in the center of the map, and Naro unable to reinforce the right side. Like I said, Naro's force is trapped on the left side, really, and this base is going to fall here. Naro now pushing in with Reavers. Looks like he's going to try to use his Reavers to take out some of these Lurkers, separating his forces here. And Savior has Guardians, though, and Guardians obviously are really good against Reavers, because Reavers can't shoot up. And now with 4 Guardians, and he's going to prevent any reinforcements from getting, and the Nexus finally is going to go down to 3, and Savior can plop down a hatchery there if he wishes to just increase his mining. And yeah, Savior now finishing off the 3 o'clock position. I really like this series, by the way. I really like Naro. Haven't seen too many games with him recently, but Savior, of course, is a dominant Zerg player. This is at his peak. So if you guys want to see the remaining games of the semifinals, you guys can request it, and if I have time, I will do it. If you guys don't want to see it, of course, this being the semifinals only, then also let me know. I have done the finals to this MSL, actually. It was one of the first series I did, so I won't spoil it by letting you guys figure out who won this, but if you guys want to be spoiled, you can find it on my playlists. I have organized all my videos in a playlist, by the way. In any case, a large force there for Naro, but still on the left side of the map. It's really up to Naro to pull off an attack here. An Ultralist Den going up for Savior, so he's going to round off his tech tree. Another crackling drop going into Naro's base here. Just a couple of Lings and Defiler there, but he's going to be able to pick off some gateways because Naro doesn't have any forces there. Darkstorm going off on the Templar Archive.